Hello everybody. I forgot to put this video together. This has been about a month now, and I'm like, did I put it in? I'm like, I didn't, and that is, should you go to the Bakken oil field? And here's the deal. You always hear people go up to North Dakota, unemployment's really blah blah blah, but to you, deep down inside in the recesses of your mind, you're asking yourself, is it worth it? You know, is it cold up there? It sounds like it'd be pretty cold up there. Oh yeah, it's cold up there. Right? Can it get hot up there during summer? Oh yeah, it could get hot. Mosquitoes, it could get miserable. Actually, the mosquitoes aren't too bad unless you're near the water. But anyway, so I went up there, visited a friend of mine. He showed me the rig. I would say it's grueling work as much as it's physically demanding, but it's long. It's 12-hour shifts a day. It's boring. You then go back to your man camp and you fall asleep, and you do that, repeat that process for 2 weeks. And then you go home for 2 weeks. Right? And you may say, oh, 2 weeks, that's not too bad. Well, it is. It's doable. People can do it. People do it all the time. Thousands of people are doing it. But it will take a mental and physical toll on you. So that's the real price that you're going to pay if you go to the Bakken oil field. Now, is it worth it? I would say, for you younger people, absolutely hell yes. And here's the reason why. You're going to make a lot of money. If you could stick it out for 3 years, you're going to take home a lot of cash. But more importantly, whatever price you're going to pay in terms of physical demands on your body and the mental demands that takes you to do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. If you really think about that, that's like only half, 3/4 time work because you get 2 weeks off. There's not a lot of jobs like that. It's absolutely worth it because whatever price you're going to pay is going to be a fraction, and I mean 1/10 of the fraction of the amount of time you'd have to pay, or the price you'd have to pay to get that same amount of money spread across the next 3 decades of your life. In other words, if you go in at 18 and just commit to working there for, heck, just 2 years, right? You could come home if you don't spend your money, and there's not a lot of places to spend your money on, but if you do it right and you're willing to get a trade, you're willing to work up a little bit, let's just do 3 because, other people are going to go to college and think that's important or something. By the time you are done, let's say 4, let's just do 3. By the time you're done with 3 years, you're going to have around 100 grand. You could even have up to 150 grand, depending if you got a trade or not, in the bank. And that's by the age of 21. Now, compared to your college graduating peers who won't even be out of college yet, they'll be in debt $100,000 with no prospects for a job or employment. Okay. Now, that $100,000, that early on in life, if you invest it and use it wisely, will go a long way to making the next 3 decades of your life a lot easier. 4 or 5, the rest of your life a lot easier. While the rest of people are going to have to struggle and strive. Me personally, I would work up enough cash to pay for a small condo or a house. And I know there's a lot of problems with owning a house, owning a condo. You can't travel. I understand all that. But if you can get free lodging in your early 20s forever, where you're just paying property taxes, you got a place to store your stuff, you've eliminated the single largest expense in your life. And that makes everything a lot easier, a ton easier. You could start saving up for retirement a lot easier. You can afford a family much easier. The amount of stress, it's very stressful, it's very demanding on your body for those first 3 years. But the remaining 50 years of your life expectancy, 60 heck, there's going to be a fraction, 1/10 of the stress and strife. Look, okay, yeah, it sucks going up there, but can you imagine commuting for 5 decades? Huh? Dealing with asswipe bosses, office politics, false sexual harassment claims, additional training as they go. You got to do corporate social responsibility training, diversity training, constantly requiring you to get more and more education just to get promoted. Fuck that. That's not worth it. Now, should you be intimidated? It's kind of like looking at going into basic in the military. Should you be intimidated by basic? Well, yeah, it's going to tough. It's going to suck. Probably up to your point in life, it's going to be the suckiest part of your life, but it's doable. You can do it. And I want to kind of dissuade that fear because, especially when you're younger, if you're 18, if you're in your late teens, early 20s, your body can take it. Again, not to give you the old boring story, when I was in college, if it was winter and we were on foot, we were patrolling 10 miles a day. If it was summer, you would be biking 50. Obesity was not a problem at the police department. There was, like, let me tell you about a buddy of mine, Ron. He was from Samoa, and this has nothing, but it shows kind of funny. And Samoan, but ripped guy, good guy in shape. Hey, what's your name? Oh, my name's Ron. Oh, hey, Ron, I'm Aaron. Good guy. And then, I graduate, leave college, and then left the campus cop program. And then I ran into Ron like 3 years later after graduating, and the dude had ballooned. I'm like, dude, what the hell happened, Ron? He's like, dude, I'm Samoan. I'm like, yeah, what? He's like, we went from biking and patrolling all freaking night to me going to a desk job. What do you think was going to happen? I was laughing like, yeah, I guess so. We were burning up the calories. Anyway, my point is that you can do it when you're younger. And you can expend this potential energy sitting in your mother's basement, playing video games, doing nothing with your life. You could go to college and burn the candle at both ends. Partying hard, man, in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, Madison. If I ever get rich or ever have a company, I'm never hiring anyone from UW Madison. Just not going to happen. You could party hard and have fun that I guarantee you is not going to be as fun as it looks in the movies or TV. It's going to be very boring, a waste of time and money. Or you can take that exact same energy, really focus it on something productive and high paying. Not to mention give you skills down the road in the future that is going to make 75% of your life easier. So I do it. Do it now while it's still here. Yeah, I know it's coming into fall. Now would be the time to go do it because, at least you get a little bit of warmer, cooler weather during fall. I won't lie to you, winter will suck. It will suck. It is that bad. You're only 50 miles south of the Canadian border. You're on the prairie. It's going to be windy and sucky. But the gear and the equipment that I saw these guys, what they have, they're trying to make it as nice as possible for you. But yeah, so take a look at that. Well, how do I find a job in the Bakken oil field? Fucking internet. Don't ask me that question. Go there and do that. So hopefully you guys will have, and I almost guarantee you, you will have a better life than most of us if you take advantage of this Bakken field opportunity. Toodles.